You know, we've been through it a few times. It's a tough first round. We respect the level, of course, and know that we're facing a very, very good team. But I got to tell you, after tonight, even without winning the match, I feel like we've really made some great progress, and it definitely gives us a clear indicator of where we are as a team. I think we're truly one of the better teams in the country, and I think we also have a good space for maybe improving. So right now I'm more focused on these guys recovering and being able to come back tomorrow and reproduce this effort. I think if we can play this level and then gradually improve from here, we're going to be one of the best teams in the country. It's a tough match. You really want to win the first round of indoors. It puts you in a great bracket, but we still have two great opportunities coming, and we got to make sure that we reproduce the same level that we did tonight and maybe even top that off with a little better performance in some of the big moments. But all credit to Florida. They're very, very good, very physically strong. Much older team than we are. You know, that's 4 sophomores and 2 freshmen that are starting for the squad here tonight. So I couldn't be prouder of them. And right now I'm having a tough time getting them to believe that they actually played such an incredibly great match. It's hard because you didn't win, but I think they played a great match and maybe in some ways even surpassed some of the expectations that both Coach Porco and I have. That said, we do want to win, and we know the standard, and we'll push forward to try to get a win each time out from here on as well.
And talk a little bit about Julia's performance. You know, tough loss at 1 doubles, turns right around, goes 6-0 in the first set there.
Yeah, and you know, in some ways I think the entire team did that. It's always that 10-minute period when you lose a really tough doubles point is really tricky, because it's hard for these young guys to come back out and have that heart and that fight. And I think we did it across the board. I just finished telling the team that they didn't flinch. They put that point behind them, and if anything, they did exactly what we said, is we can use that point to turn it around, you know, and when we get the 1 point, it's going to be a big momentum swing. So I couldn't be prouder of how they handled that situation and the level that they came out and played with. And the girls said it, the energy to start doubles was great, the energy to start singles was great. So it's a good sign, really good mature sign from them.
And obviously a step up in competition here from what you've had before. How beneficial is it to have the type of teams come in here to Boar's Head to compete, especially early in the season?
It's very important, and you know, the good news is we would be one of these teams based on our level and our ranking. I know we get to be here because we're the host school, but I'm really proud that the program has gotten to the point where we're at that level with these teams. It's very important, especially this year. I think this year is one of the strongest years in college women's tennis. You've got maybe 12 to 15 teams, in my opinion, that could compete to win the national title. So that's a very unusual year. You see teams across the board serving better. They're more physically strong. You can see even the musculature is improved. So there's a whole lot of things out there that make this a challenging year, but that's what it's about. You know, you want to find out how good you are. The only way you do that is if the level's high and you play against the best. So aside from this tournament, we've got the best and toughest schedule that we've ever had. We put together a really monster schedule for these kids, and again, that's out of respect for what we know this program and these kids want to do.